Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the LostCornflakes podcast. This is episode 10. Say hello, everyone.
Yo, what's up, guys? We actually previously recorded this,
Yep.
but
Luca messed up.
Yep. Well, not my fault. I could hear you guys, but my Discord decided to change all the settings up.
Your
So
fault?
no one else. Yeah, it wasn't my fault. I didn't change anything on Discord. But yeah, anyway, doesn't matter. It is what it is. Shit happens. But we thought it would be kind of cool after that failed to, give an insight of what goes on when you're doing a podcast. As we're 5 weeks in, 10 episodes in, it would be nice to talk about what goes into podcast making. If you guys want to start and how our experience is going. But yeah, first episode. The first episode was the hardest one to do, in my opinion. The hardest one to do.
100%.
Because we had no idea what we were going to do. We thought everything we say is going to be shit. We thought, okay, we have to have a lot of stuff to talk about. But, we made it out of that one. That's one of our popular episodes as well. So, how did you guys feel doing that episode?
I don't really remember it that much, to be honest. I think it was.
I thought you had the best memory here, Ben.
Yeah, it's true.
Right, what are you saying?
You saying you had the best memory?
I said I don't remember it that much, G-Star.
And what did we talk about?
And I'm saying.
And what did we talk about in the entire podcast? Name one thing we spoke about.
We were all just a little bit kind of like taken off guard of what we were doing. So we were trying to, create something, but we didn't know how to create it. So we were all just a little bit like, just trying to track as much shit as we could to try and get.
We tried to give as much backstory, and we tried to be as funny as we possibly can be.
Yeah,
because that's what we want to do, be funny. But it worked. We got decent people listening to that. I think you guys as an audience enjoyed that episode. If you haven't listened to it, you should go back and listen to it. It's our first episode. It's nice to do that. But we explained some stuff and all that. I think it was nice to get into that. I mean, if Aaron, if you wanted to do it differently, how would you do that episode differently? Because now looking back to it, this is our 10th episode. How would you do that one differently?
I can't believe it's the 10th episode. Not gonna lie.
Yeah,
I say we should have just went straight into it and not like think about it for too long or do anything. It was quite spontaneous as well. We decided to randomly record it at 1:30 a.m.
Yeah, which wasn't that. It wasn't as planned. We didn't have a schedule. Nothing was planned. We just went straight into it, which is very true. I mean, scheduling that episode would have been nice. What about you, Will? Because did you really talk in that episode?
Will just sat there.
No, I probably didn't talk, to be fair.
So I'd like.
He said hello. He said hello at 30 minutes in. I went, Will, say hello.
No, I wasn't the first one, was it?
No, the first one you said, I'm fucking arsehole shit cunt.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
that's it.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that was funny. That was funny.
Real names. Imagine not saying our real names on the first.
Episode. I said,
That's
my name is
the
Dean.
thing. I didn't know what to say.
My name is
so
Taz.
I mean, now that because
It's
the
very-
first.
it's
No, go for it.
It's definitely boosted my
Confidence.
yeah.
I mean,
Public speaking and that.
the first few episodes you said jack shit, but like now because you're 10 episodes in, you know what goes into it. How do you feel now? Do you feel more prepared going into an episode, like being able to talk about it?
Oh yeah, definitely.
I mean, you could just make up some random stuff that comes straight to your head about that subject, and you could just talk about it. So, it's fair play to you. At least now we get to hear you. We don't have to put the segments, the William minute, where you talk just for a minute straight
It's
because
the
you
same
don't
thing
talk.
that happened with me when I started off with YouTube as well.
You didn't really talk.
Obviously, not talking, but the confidence wasn't there.
Yeah, I think it's important to have confidence when making content because if you don't have confidence in what you're saying, how the fuck are you gonna get an episode out and say, "Yeah, I'm happy with that"?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it
Not
makes
even
a
the
lot of
real
sense.
you. You just sit there silently.
Yeah, 100%. I agree with that.
It's
If
kind
you
of
hear Will, he just gets up, has a bowl of cereal, chills out on the block. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. I mean, our second
Do you
episode.
want to talk about? Do you want to talk about why everyone says hell yeah so often?
Oh yeah, we never mentioned that, did we?
No.
Like, go on, Aaron. You started the thing off, so you talk
Alright,
about it.
so there's a guy called Jeff Wick on YouTube, and he's basically got a barbershop thing, and he had a guest, and his name's Shy and Awkward Guy, and they've got a series called Beefy Boys right now on YouTube where they're trying to lose weight, I think. And there's a guy, the Shy and Awkward Guy, and the only thing he says is hell yeah, and the way he says it is just hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So first time we heard it, we was just pissing ourselves. He wouldn't contribute to any fucking conversation anything he'll do is smile, nod, and say hell yeah.
Yeah.
And randomly, I know where he just goes a little bit of barbecue sauce.
Hell yeah.
And then we're talking about food or something. It's just pretty funny.
We have a lot of stuff going on in our language that we just add in randomly. I mean, that's what comes into the comedy of our stuff, because it's all inside jokes, and if you hop along with the ride, you all understand what they mean, so it becomes funnier for everyone. But moving on to episode 2. Episode 2, that was our first guest, which wasn't really a big guest. It was a friend of ours. And if you haven't checked that out, you should go check that out, because it was a good episode.
If we go through every episode and you go, you should check that out.
You should check that out. You should check all the episodes out. I'm going to just say it now so I don't have to say it again, but you should check all of them out. But episode 2, we talked about weed, didn't we?
Yeah. The whole thing was about weed mainly.
Yeah, mainly about weed.
Fun
So
episode.
if you're into weed, you go check it out. But you know, we wanted to have a guest in because you know, a lot of podcasts have guests in. I think it would have been nice to interview someone for an episode, and it made the episode good. I think is it our first?
It was quite an easy episode to record, I think.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's the episode did pretty well. I mean,
The feedback after was quite funny.
yeah, and only episode 2. I mean, we know a lot of people, like, because that's not our only friend that does like smoke weed and stuff. But a lot of people were saying that do
FYI,
smoke
we
weed.
don't.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
don't do it. We don't do it.
That's why we interviewed it.
Yeah. So a lot of people say we're being really controversial and being very opposite weed. I mean, if they listen to the podcast, actually, you would hear us saying, "Well, I don't want to scare anyone away from weed, but this is what comes with it."
We're not
If you
being
get-
against it, but we're saying our viewpoints of it.
Yeah. So you know, we understand that our episodes are going to have some controversy with it, especially who listens to it. So you might not like it, you might get some hate about it.
It's never going to be perfect.
It's never going to be perfect. So I mean, if you guys ever start your own podcast, you need to know that when you're uploading episodes and doing stuff, you're always going to have people that are going to go, okay, no, why did you say this? You're being too opposite of this. You're not giving it a chance, whatever. You're just giving your views. In the end of the day, you're giving the facts that you know, and that's all you can do. And there's no point of fighting these people back, because
Although
they're
you're there
just-
to satisfy your viewers, you're still, making your own mark and doing what you want to do.
You've got to be your own person.
yeah, you can't change for it.
Don't listen to your viewers, but you can't do everything your viewers always ask and way you do it and stuff.
Yeah. So whatever you guys like from these podcast episodes, we will know to how well the episode does. Sorry. So we will know what you guys want to see from us. But if we upload an episode and you guys fucking hate it, we know, okay, we're never doing that again. But we're not going to completely change what we're doing, just so we can make everything perfect. Because nothing's
Just
going
to
to be
satisfy
perfect.
everyone.
Yeah. We're
can't
going to
satisfy
satisfy
everyone.
absolutely as much as I can't talk. We're going to satisfy as many people as we can, while still enjoying ourselves. That's the main point as well. That if you start something like this, you need to enjoy yourself. We're not doing it for personal gain. We just want to enjoy ourselves and have people laugh along with us instead of laughing at us, which can happen most of the time. Anyway, what's episode 3? Does anyone remember episode 3?
What's the title of it?
Episode 3. Another guest, straight on a guest to a guest. So that was my friend. It was just me and my friend. So that's just a 2-person podcast. I enjoyed that. I mean, a lot of people might have not. Let's see. I mean, it's our 4th biggest episode we've done. Well, you guys weren't involved in that. Sorry.
It's fine. I didn't want to be there anyway.
Oh, nice
Yeah,
one.
sometimes we will obviously do interviews one-to-ones or just a few people, not the whole group.
Yeah, I think it's important as well. If 4 of you own a podcast, I mean, it's very nice if you can go like, okay, guys, I just feel like I've got this guest coming on. I just feel like if it's me and say it was me and Aaron interviewing him, you guys don't really have to be in it if you don't want to. So yeah, it's chill. You can have a rest. But I mean, switching the episodes up a bit, giving it that little bit of spice, really helps out with your content.
Bit of barbecue
Hell
spice.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are your lot's thoughts on getting guests on and just switching up podcast episodes in general? Because it's hard to do. I know it's very hard to do. We've all been a part of that experience.
I
Gotta
think
keep it
sometimes
fresh,
we'll get
innit?
bored of just us four constantly talking. Even though it's on a different topic, it will just get boring of just us four.
Yeah, because you're always tuning into the exact same thing.
Yeah.
So it's nice for you guys to come in and say, oh yeah, they've uploaded a new episode. Let's go listen to it. But we want to make sure that you guys can get something. We're constantly keeping the episodes
Refreshing.
fresh. Yeah.
Mm.
If we don't keep the episodes fresh and new, like say we upload a few weeks ago, oh, we're talking about this TV show. And let's upload another 2 episodes the same week. This TV show and this TV show. It doesn't. I'm really bad at analogies, but that's not really fresh and new. It's the same concept.
You can't let your content go stale.
No, if it goes stale, it's like
You're
fucking
fucked.
yeah, it's like stale bread. You're not gonna fucking eat it, are you?
Sorry,
And for a dog.
Get a new one.
If you're a dog. Well, you know
Sorry.
about that, Aaron, don't you?
What? Eating stale bread?
Yeah.
No. What?
You're a dog, innit?
No.
Alright, episode 4. Episode 4 is our weakest episode because I can't even remember it.
What was it?
How do you know it was our weakest one if you can't?
Because
remember?
I'm on the
Oh, you got the stats up.
yeah, the Crazy Irish Man.
Oh,
I like the episode.
I
think
can't remember the episode,
We spoke about
I remember it. It wasn't.
the Crazy Irish Man.
and that's about it. Is that it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that shows. Okay, that's you're gonna have an episode here and there which is gonna be bad, or not as good as you want it to be because I've completely forgot it. I remember what my other, or the other. Can someone help me speak, please?
Fix your fucking voice, man. Or I don't know what it is.
I can remember all the other episodes we've recorded and posted, but I can't remember that one.
I remember it. It wasn't good. I remember it.
I don't fucking
Did you
remember
talk in it, Will? Did you talk in it?
I can't.
That's the question we've got. Yeah.
Every time we post a video or a podcast episode, sorry, we can just go like, Will, did you talk in this episode?
50-50.
50-50 all the time. All right, episode 5, the ideal improvement of gaming. I think personally, I
That's a good
enjoyed
one.
recording that.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I enjoyed recording that because we all game. Like today, I spent hours on VR. So did Aaron. So did Will. And Ben's. I think Ben's playing a game right now. The fuckwit. I could just see that he's concentrated on
Yeah.
something. He's definitely playing a game. But
It's something that we can all relate to.
yeah, and a lot of people game now. So we think, okay, we talk about our experiences, what we like, post that out. That can do well, and it did really well. It's 5th out of 10 episodes that we're going to record. That's pretty good. Episode 6, which is the argument of streaming services. That's our second to last one. I mean, I enjoyed recording that as well. I know why it doesn't do as well as it should do. It's because we're talking about services that provide TV shows and movies like Netflix and Disney Plus and all that, and that it's very hard to keep a stable conversation about that and have that be funny and interesting. I mean, we just talked about stuff that we liked and all that stuff, and Star Wars and Marvel because that's like the biggest stuff on Disney Plus now, and what Netflix are doing. But what were your guys' thoughts on that episode? Like, what do you think we could do any better, or should we not done it in the first
I think
place?
with an episode like that, it was an interesting episode, but when you talk about more fine points, I think you've got to plan it better.
Yeah, I mean, we should have done more research and look into more of it. And
Yeah,
then
because when
we
you're
would have filmed
waffling
it.
with like just general knowledge, you can just waffle. But when you're talking about actual, specific items,
You got to be careful what you say.
Yeah,
yeah, you've
I
got to make
mean,
sure the fact you're saying is right as well.
we can actually mention this. All right, at the end of that episode, I'm pretty sure we talked about Kathleen Kennedy.
Yeah, with the new acolyte.
Yeah, so
yeah.
the person that we got the information off, we don't know if he's 100% telling the truth. That's the thing.
There's
We
a
found
lot of controversy on many platforms.
yeah, a lot of people when we searched him up, a lot of people were talking about how like he's a liar and he hasn't done a lot of
I mean-
good truthful content. So
If he can show the evidence, then
Yeah, like where's
Any
he
sure the
getting his
evidence?
information from?
He doesn't show any
No,
evidence where he gets his
we
shit
don't know
from,
where
so
he gets it, and he uploads daily, daily.
yeah.
So you know,
No, he uploads multiple times a day.
fucking hell. So like, his news is a bit off. So we're sorry if that offended a lot of people, or we're sorry to Kathleen Kennedy because we don't know what the hell is going on. But you know,
If what he says is true, then it puts on one perspective. But if what he says isn't true, then it just proves how like misinformed the internet can be.
mhm.
No, definitely.
The internet's just full of bullshit.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah, a lot of the internet is
Listen to this
bullshit.
podcast.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I was literally about to say that you're here listening to this, so it's definitely bullshit. All right,
Yeah.
next episode we did. What did I just talk about? The
We're on
argument street.
episode 5 now, aren't we?
Snow on episode
We're on
7.
6.
We are weird humans. Now, this is when I started learning stuff, because this is our first time doing a podcast. I mean, our category is comedy. I mean, I don't think we're the funniest people on earth, but you know, we can make a joke here and there. We're all really special. Aaron. But you know, that's what I thought. Okay, instead of like making the title exactly what we talked about, just put in like a main thing that really affected the episode, and you know, we were really weird in that episode, so that can have a catchy title to it. People can click on that, which proved right. I mean, it did well, and you know, I think we would do that more often, which helps us. You know, I think it shows who we really are instead of just doing what a normal person would do and just put the YouTube title in there that this is what the episode's about. Fucking watch it. Move on with your day, you bastard. You know.
Whoa. That was rude.
But yeah, I think you, Aaron, had like doubts about that title.
What was it again?
We are weird humans.
Yeah, I was like, who the fuck's gonna watch that?
Yeah, it turns out a lot of people did. So
Yeah.
I mean, it's always a trial and error, especially for your first time. So don't be scared. If you're ever starting a podcast, don't be scared to like test out your titles, test out what you're talking about, test out your segments of your podcast, test out everything. All right, change it up, because it's good if not every single episode is the same at the beginning, because then you start to find out what your audience like. As soon as we find out exactly what you guys enjoy the most out of us, we want to start producing as much as we can, the best quality content, and just give it to you guys, you know. And that's what we're set out to do. So, you know, that's a bit of advice from us. I know we haven't been doing it a lot and we haven't got the best amount of listeners, but from what we have, I think it's a good advice to take in. Do any of you guys have any advice that you want to give?
I think if you want to do it, just give it a go, but be consistent and be careful what you say.
Don't listen to Ben's advice.
All right, that's Ben's and Aaron's advice. What about you, Will?
If you want to do it, you've
Just
got
fucking
to
go
try
for it.
hard. You've really got to try
110%.
hard.
You gotta.
Because
Yeah, go on for it.
now is to upload now and create a huge channel with millions of
Words.
subscribers is much different from how it used to be.
Back in the day.
Oh yeah,
back in the
don't
day.
start it with the aim of getting millions of subscribers.
Yeah, you've got to start off small. If you don't start off small, then
Smart targets. Like
Yeah.
set yourself a reasonable goal. There's no point saying, okay, in a week I want to reach 125k. It's not gonna happen.
not
We've
gonna
been doing this
happen.
for 5 weeks and we haven't even reached 20. So you know, you got to set yourself a reasonable goal. I in 6 months, I hope we have a K.
yeah.
In 6 months, in half a year.
Yeah.
If we're consistent, it is possible. So you know, setting yourself a realistic goal is very important when you're coming down to starting your own content. If it's on Twitch, YouTube, even podcasts, very important you write it down. A lot of people that are successful will tell you this, and we've got our stuff written down. We know what we want to do. We know what we want to reach. So it's very good advice, Will. So that's good. What's the next one? Episode 8. There are no brain cells here. Our number 1 episodes. Okay, that was the episode that we all had a feeling was gonna do so bad. We weren't even in the processing power of talking. Like we couldn't even do
So
anything.
it's 3 a.m. or something.
Yeah, no, it was like no, we just had a long day, and we in that episode we're like, what the fuck are we talking about? All right, what are we doing? We were just being ourselves and just talking random bullshit about ourselves. And seeing as you guys loved it, you know, you're enjoying what we do. That we didn't even mention a specific topic, Ben.
What's going on? I wasn't looking.
Just so I'm looking around, I just see Ben just bob his head like this, like he's fucking dancing for no reason. But you know, that kind of shows that you guys like are enjoying just us in general, and you know, I really appreciate that. I thank you guys for that. And you know, we're gonna release more episodes of that. Every now and then, we're gonna have an episode when it's just us talking about us. And if you really enjoy this type of episodes, make sure you tune in for that because that would be great. What about you guys? How do you really think about that episode? Because that episode ended out like just us being what the fuck. Like I can't even explain it.
The entire time, even as soon as the second you finished, I literally was like, Luca, you're not fucking uploading that. We're redoing it. He was like, no, we're uploading it. I was like, no, this is fucking shit. We're not doing it.
Aaron
And-
was very persistent.
Yeah, he
to
did
leave
not
the
wanna
video
up-
Yeah,
start
I
again.
said
Didn't want
about
it to go
20
up.
times. I was like, cut this out. Don't fucking upload it. There's no point.
And it went up, and look where it is. Number 1 spot.
Yeah, I think that was a 50-50.
And it worked. It worked, mate. So I'm not fucking
That's the
complaining.
thing, you got to take risks.
Yeah, and if you're not willing to take risks, quit. I'm sorry, it's just true. If you're not willing to take the risk, he just left. Aaron left. Well, fair enough, Aaron. Now we know.
Imagine I never joined back.
Yeah, he just fucked off for life.
Just leaves the friendship group and everything.
Right,
Yeah.
episode
Do
9.
blank. Just do a blank.
Yeah, just do a blank. Yeah.
Episode
Sorry,
9.
It's not my gang anymore. Boy.
Our second latest episode, our second on the top. So I think what we're doing now is improving. So we've gotten to that point where we kind of know what we want to upload, and I think we recently, as Aaron said, we did record an episode before this. I'm not going to say about what because we're going to talk about it in a different episode, but you know, I think it's nice that we've changed it to our experience in the first 10 episodes. I mean, we haven't done like 50 or a whole season yet, but I think it's nice to know that when you're just starting out, what it's like. Because you never know, we might be shitting bricks right now and think, fuck, we're going to quit next episode because we don't know what the fuck we're doing still. But I'm pretty proud of us because we've adapted to what's going on. And hell yeah. And we're all getting used to what it's like to do a podcast, which it can be hard, especially with your competition out there. The amount of podcasts that are out there that are bigger than us, smaller than us, you know, it doesn't matter. There's a lot of people out there that you can listen to, and choosing to listen to us is, you know, just melts my heart. You know,
Thank you
I
very
really hope it. What did you just say, Ben? Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah.
This is what I have to fucking put up with every day.
Yeah, and now
what
we're.
you guys all do down the mic 24/7. Yeah, Luca burps down the mic and farts down the mic. Ben burps down the mic. Me and we'll sit there eating cereal. That's
Pretty much.
basically sums up our Discord calls.
Pretty
All
much.
Fair enough.
Off as well, don't forget.
What?
All with the cameras off as well, because we're all owners.
Yeah, I'm not gonna turn my camera on just randomly. Just sit there for the whole day. You guys seeing exactly what I'm doing. My non-facial expressions while I'm watching a YouTube video, just me going.
Yeah, or you just literally hear. and then,
our Discord calls are fucked. But you know that's why we decided to start a podcast because look at us, we're all fucking idiots. We don't know what's going on. I'm surprised we haven't failed yet. Says a
Nice.
lot.
Yeah, underline yeah. Jesus.
Look, now we're here, episode 10. I'm happy with 5 weeks, 2 episodes a week. Can be seen as a lot. I think it's a good amount of episodes to upload a week. At least you get 2 episodes a week for you guys, which is fun. But yeah, well, all right. So, questions for the podcast for you guys. If you started a podcast on your own, do you think you'll be able to handle it, especially
No.
what's going on now?
No.
Why
I
no,
wouldn't-
Will?
Like podcast on your own, do you mean you sit there talking? to
No,
yourself?
so you're the host, okay? You get guests in all the time, okay? It might be you might have someone consistently coming on because they just want to be on the podcast. Thanks, fam, for that. You have someone consistently coming onto the podcast because blah blah. But you handle everything. You upload, you edit, you post it everywhere. You got to make sure everything's on top
I think I could do it if I wanted to.
on your own, Ben.
It's on
Too
wanted.
much effort.
Yeah,
I mean, in
you
your
just-
situation at the moment,
you've got to
Not-
do things differently.
yeah, but in your situation at the moment, to upload more than one episode is a bit of a hassle.
What does that mean? Why do you guys do that? You guys it's going to be a bit of, and then you start whistling.
A little bit about.
Yeah,
You have Tourette's.
I wouldn't be able to do it on my own. Just gonna say, I wouldn't be able to do it on my own.
Neither.
I think without all of us just being idiots.
Well, you'd have to just interview. It wouldn't be more of a chilling out podcast. It'd be more of an interviewing podcast. You know?
Yeah, just a chat. Fuck.
I'm sorry, but what? Fuck is
Someone
wrong with
take
you
over.
today?
I can't. My words aren't working anymore.
Go for it.
My words never worked.
I keep killing myself. Chill.
So Aaron looks like he's still you.
All right, guys, welcome back to the podcast.
That's fine again.
It's a new day.
New day.
The 7th of February 2021. How are you guys all doing?
I'm doing okay.
This ain't fucking going in. This ain't going in.
You always say that, but it always goes in anyway.
Oh, fuck.
People love
Oh,
But yeah. All right, another question about the podcast. Is there anything you would do differently about what we're doing now?
What do you mean?
Like, how would you change how we record the podcast? How would you change how we upload the podcast? How would you change where we upload the podcast? How would you change everything we're doing now? Or would you do it the exact same? Because I know half of it's working, but do you have any ideas? Because even if you're saying now, we can change it when we just come off the thing and Aaron's punching someone.
I don't think I really know enough about it to answer that. To be honest with you, bro.
I mean, it's out of your own preference of how you want to do the podcast, really. Do you want to just sit here and be formal like, yes, good day, welcome back to another episode of the Cornflakes
Another
podcast
episode.
Lost. Yes. Today we're going to be speaking about thy internet. Yes.
My internet have caused me
is
much.
that actually proper English or not?
I don't
Yes,
know, I'm
that
just
is
trying
like
out
a
my
big
arse.
Yeah, you better not talk like that. I'll fucking kill you.
No, it's my newest language. Yes,
Magatha.
Mama fanculo.
Yeah.
Culo, what do you need, mama?
Putos.
What
Do you
just
know I
happened?
mean?
Why did we digress to this?
I ain't got a clue.
Happens.
Because we're all bullshit.
It's just what happens.
It just fucking happens, isn't it? Yeah, it just happens. Okay. Do any of you have any questions?
Yeah, why are we doing this again?
Fuck.
Oh, I don't know, mate. I don't know why we're doing this again. I think we've got a podcast we're gonna upload to.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
we
gonna
fucking
have
do
to
it
double
twice.
check on that though.
We have to do it twice. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, that's a bit of an insight on our journey so far. I hope you guys took some of that information, and if you want to do your own podcast, you can take our advice. All right. If you have any more questions for us, you can always email in or use the Discord. We'll answer your questions if you're starting out. We recommend some stuff for you guys to get started. You don't need the best of equipment as long as you've got good mics.
Have an okay mic to start off with.
Yeah, so people can hear you without all the noises
You
in the
don't-
background.
Yeah, you don't need really, really, really expensive hundreds and hundreds of pounds worth of equipment, but make sure you don't have an Xbox 360 mic and you'll be chill.
Yeah, I mean, we've got proof. Sorry, Reese, but bad example of a mic. Episode 3, Reese's mic was pretty treacherous, but you can still hear him.
Interesting.
Yeah, but you want to have something better than that if you're going to start your own podcast. It's all right if your guest hasn't
And
got a
stable
good mic.
Wi-Fi
It's fine.
connection if you're
Yeah.
interviewing people as well.
So take that all with a pinch of salt and
I knew you
go
were going to
away.
say that.
yeah,
Yeah. fuck's
go
sake.
away and do what you want to do. You know, we can't stop you. And if you do start a podcast, let us know because we would love to do a collaboration with you.
I love how we
Yeah.
right now.
That'd be very nice. What did you just say, Ben?
William is dead inside right now on the camera.
He's always been dead inside.
We're all dead inside.
42, 42.
We just hit, just all of us going, we're all dead inside. Then from Will's fucking mic, you just hit the fucking click of his keyboard, just constantly clicking it. Anyway, all right, guys. That was a short episode. So if you guys enjoyed it, make sure you subscribe on YouTube, follow us on Spotify. You can find us on Apple Music, Apple Podcasts, and Amazon Music. You know, if you listen to that, you can listen on there. We're also on some random podcasts apps, so if you've got one, you can listen to us on there. Join our Discord. You can get some announcements when we post episodes, and you can join discussions with other people there and send us questions and stories. Also, you can email us that if you want to stay anonymous as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we will catch you in the next one. Goodbye.
Sweet.
Bye.